as usual, ke sithanda nabantu aba young who are busy doing izinto as positive in our communities, and who make sure ukuthi they stay inspiring abanye abantu, including ourselves. And niyayazi ke during as interviews sifunda lukhulu from guests zethu, and I think namhlanje we are going to learn a lot. Dithetha ngabani na xa ndingathethi ndingabiza Mr. Bulelani Ngidi, right? Ngidi oyi whale crier, the current whale crier eyalapha ke Hermanus, and he's also a resident eKaslam kaloku eyasezwe lihle. Ugrand out here?
Andigrand kuwe
Dimnandi bro, dimnandi. Finally fondini sathi sazohlala
kudala sizama leyo Roman, kudala sizama leyo.
Yes mfethu. Mna nawe we sort of go way back in terms of into ezidibene nemiculo, beats and stuff like that. We'll touch on that later, but into ebalulekileyo I'm sure abantu xa bebona le title ka the current whale crier of Hermanus, abantu bayazibuza ukuthi wow, so what is that? Uyayibona. So yes, ka usinike nje idea yokuthi lo muntu kuthiwa uyi whale crier ithetha ukuthini londo leyo.
Okay ngathanda ubulisa nje bonke abantu abamameleyo. Molweni hopefully nizo enjoy show yethu namhlanje. Gama lami ndingubulelani, ifani yami ndingungidi, ndi whale crier lapha Hermanus. My job is whale crier, spotty whales. Soon as ndibona whale, I have to blow my kelp horn to announce ilenduza i-whales ezizivelayo.
Hey, it's got a sophisticated name.
Sithetha ngabo horn
benze. Yes, ndoni whale horn.
Sithetha nge-horn fondini. Uthe indoni kelp horn.
Yeah, i-kelp horn Roman yenziwe nge-kelp imbambusi basically.
Oh,
that's another name
it's
for
a kelp horn.
Yeah.
Oh, so ayo horn nje. This is a kelp horn. I see.
Yeah. Yonke into nje sikhipha i-marine life pureham.
Mfethu, like I said, like zisuka nje, we already sikwi-class siyafunda. Siyafunda. Wow. So xa we blower at any given point ucommunicator ne-whales.
Xa ndiyiblowa Roman kukulenduza kukwazisa abantu uba ikhona iwhale evelileyo mabazobukela nam.
Also anyone
but as i-locals zalapha, I'm sure most you they are aware of what I'm about to say. Si believe ukubana with the kelp horn you can actually call the whales. And for the longest of time that has been ilenduza stories isixelela i-tourists when they get here that there's this guy man who calls the whales with ilenduza a kelp horn. Then as ilenduza a whale watching crew in this town, scientists started getting involved. We can't really like go around saying we can actually call you whales with the kelp horn.
Okay.
Because there's no scientific evidence that that you ungazi busy whales with the kelp horn. But to be honest, sometimes it does feel like ziyeza whenever you blow the kelp horn. I mean, whales are curious beings. I-whales is curious eqit. And at the same time as well as curious is in a wheel yazo. So chances are ziyayiva le sound whenever ndiyiblower. Then kukuzo bazi decide uthini siyeza okanye namhlanje hayi asizi.
Namhlanje senza umlando. That benifuna ubuza ukuthi xa we blower i-kelp horn i-coverage area engakanani in terms of its distance. Let's say mhlawumbe we blower from 2 kilometers away. Is it possible, sensitive even for residents to hear it?
To be honest, it's hard for him now to say about i-coverage distance engakanani.
Okay.
Funny enough, whenever you blow I never feel like a loud lomhlobo. But whenever the previous whale criers blower, there's a huge difference between blowing and blowing. But I wouldn't know for sure about i coverage distancing or no blowing or no.
Okay. Wow. And the position yobu whale crier, I mean, according to your knowledge, because clearly up and it decades ezimbini. We've always seen abantu abadala
Yes.
You know, we had Otatu Salukazana, we've had Otatu Baleni, abanye ke anobakhumbula ngamagama, but then ndiyakhumbula ke ngoku kwaza Otavalala. You know, so then the next thing jiki ublesh ubulelani. You know, so list okanye mandithi ku history ye whale criers. Ungathi mhlambi you the youngest?
List ye whale criers, I'm the youngest, and ndingowe 8.
Wow, so we've had 7 before you.
We've had 7 before mna.
Which then takes us to the history of indaba ye whale criers. But iqale nini yonke le history?
Yo, story sayo Rotman yaqala le wingu 1991.
Wow.
So there was a guy babembiza ngo Jim Webner. He was the manager kwilenduza kwi-publicity offices zalapha Hermanus. So they were in charge of ilenduza image yale town basically. So one time behleli nje officeini kwafika i-tourist, and abi-tourist sithi yabona ispanseni nina anisenzi good enough. Eyitsho nje in a joking way esithi i-whales esagqiba uzibona ngoku, they probably the best kept secret kule town. They should be doing something to actually publicize low way, but we have whales up and there's nowhere else ongazibona like from the shore or hlobo. Because in most areas you have to get on a boat, go drive it deep in sea. That's how you get to see them. But go up Guti, you can see them like from land.
True.
And
we do
have incredible views up at Hermanus.
Yeah, I mean, I was one of those people class figure up in a family. We frequented Ilanduka, Ulwandle to see the whales, especially in gay weekends, Saturdays afternoons and Sundays afternoons. We're very lucky that we always, saw a lot of the whales even back then. So, did you relate at our city? You have to book a boat. We are, 1 bit distance for you to see them. It's so easy for us. I mean, you can judge from videos and pictures of people that online, Osbona, that were taken up in Hermanus. Wow, they are so close.
Aizona ziyasondela close.
So akho danger ekhoyo ukusondela kwazo that close?
As far as I know, akho danger ekhoyo. Because the only reason like zisondela that close, poof, from my perspective, from Unglenduza, from my own observation, xa zisondela like zisuke zilenduza zitraina abantwana bazo.
Ukwenza
flips and other stuffs that they need to know before they head back to Antarctica. We have to consider Indoba e-whales, they're only here for 6 months from June till beginning of December. So the time that they are here, the only things about focus haguzo, it's mating, ukwenza abantwana obviously, and giving birth. It's actually mating, giving birth and training their kids.
And training for the long journey ahead.
For the long journey ahead.
It's basically vacation.
So Ziku vacation, okay, wow. Hey, that's interesting Fetu. Information enje for i-community zethu zabantu abamnyama. Ayo information endisho ukuthi many of us go out there looking for it. So having abantu abafana nawe, I think it's a blessing. Ukuthi here we are, siyafunda. Ezinye izinto says we get to watch them with documentaries ke abanye bethu and then you start relating, wow, nathi sinazo whales.
Yeah. No, Roman, I'm honored to actually be doing Isispan. I mean, tradition yalapha Hermanus lena basically.
Yes.
There's nowhere else in the world like uzofumana umntu nale job description yam.
So we are the only town.
We're the only town with the whale crier.
Wow.
In the entire world.
Not just anyone can say
Not just anyone can say Bani whale crier.
Charlotte, I don't know about Ushai with Mike today.
No,
for
the
some
thing
reason.
is, today we're sharing the mic no tone, ne?
Yeah.
So it's that we're still trying to get comfortable
I see.
with it. Yeah, because unfunu itsala and keep it to myself for too long. Yeah, bo. So we're trying to figure out what is working for the both. But can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Utoni is chilled. I mean, right on.
Yeah.
Yeah, Utoni is chilled.
Make sure good to safe, but we are tatazela. I don't know.
Yeah, but don't tatazel, Charlotte. Yeah, Bulelani. It's interesting to find out ukuthi city sodwa in the world abane, i-whale crier.
Yeah.
And city sodwa abane landuka. Would you say the best view when it comes to i-whales?
Ayikho ngenye town Grootman kanje. Sit sort.
And then
People come from all over, Germany, France, Italy. Bazapha for i-whales. Bashiya koma Norway, bashiya koma United States, bashiya koma Brazil. They come here
every year to come and see the whales.
every year.
Yeah. Ngiyabezwa abanye ba all around the world, ne? So back to when like ever since uqale esispan sikufundisene nongasho ukuthi maybe we funde about yourself through esispan. Ngalombuzo ngizama understand ukuthi lo msebenzi ufitha umuntu maybe oy character enjani, maybe in terms of ukuthi ubekwazi ukucommunicate. I'm sure it's some sort of communication with the whales. Yeah.
Andazi ngizophendula njani umbuzo wakho, but for him na I don't think I've ever struggled with Lenduza with communicating nabantu. Let me not say communicating.
Yeah.
Let me just say I've never been the type yokonqena abantu. If I know kufuneka ndiyenzile le way. Nebo. Right now I understand that sispan some abantu abandaziyo they know I'm very low key. Which is the opposite of umfuna for ispan iskanje.
Yeah.
But since this is Spansam, like I'm comfortable with doing interviews as Ganje, I'm comfortable with interacting nabantu on the cliff path, which is how I'm supposed to be. Spansam. I have to talk. I have to create conversations. Kungabikho awkward xa sithetha nabantu nje. Iflow nje kahle ungathi kudala sazana kanti siyaqala udibana nalomuntu waseGermany.
Sure. So on like e-whales, I was trying to understand because now for as long as ngihlala apha ngaze ngayibona angiyazi nobinjani. So I was trying to understand ukuthi do you need maybe first a great eyesight okanye is something that you hear okanye like how do you know about maybe now you have to like uplow, yeah.
And not to think I great eyesight Burayam. Iflop abayenzayo abantu abaninzi is that whenever they're trying to spot whales, they only go there bafike bahlale elwandle for maybe 5 minutes.
Sure.
Ngoba umuntu azothi azikho izwe yapha ndihamba mina. Yebo. Yebo. But as a way they cannot stay underwater for more than ilenduza 30 minutes. They have to come out and breathe. So if you spend over ilenduza 30 minutes in one spot and abonanga next, move on to another spot. They're not there.
Wait, you just said something very interesting that I did not know. What do you mean they have to come out and breathe? Are you saying whales? What is this? Because Nandia asumba whale you fish and you fish it survives underwater. So like now you're saying now it needs to come out to breathe. What does that mean?
Whales are different to ezinye lenduza mammals zasemanzini. They have to come out and breathe.
Every 30 minutes.
Even when they sleep in intervals.
Yeah?
Yeah, they sleep in intervals.
You lie.
They will sleep for 30 minutes.
Hey,
come up, catch umoya, then go back and sleep.
See deep divers ngabantu ngabantu mosaba.
Wow, bro. That's amazing. Wow, it's crazy. In nature betunana, it's amazing. Now ilanduka it distance as I mean abantwana xa sebezelwe,
yeah,
by the time ke ngokuzahanjwa this journey to Antarctica, abantwana kufuneka babe neminyaka emingaphi okanye inyanga ezingaphi bezelwe?
Ankosho ngale way Grootman. The thing is i-whales like xa zifika apha they don't all come at once. Yabo zifika ngofika I'm pretty sure even now zikhona ezifikayo. Yebo.
And sithetha nje we've just had ilandokamus.
We just had ilenduza iWorld Festival.
iWorld Festival. Yes. Meaning that ilanduki timing yeWorld Festival is aligned with indobana zingaphi. I mean zininzi kangakanani.
Timing yeWorld Festival is aligned with ilenduza ipeak. Whales upper season.
Right. So you are saying ukuthi during the time yeWorld Festival that's when ke ngoku mhlambi zininzi, but even after ziba khona ezinye that are still coming through.
Ziba khona ezinye that are still coming through, but after most yazo ziyavaya, they're making their way back to ilenduza eAntarctica.
Okay. Ndicinga sikunika ichance okanye uCharlotte befuna ubuza question benisithi maka breathe nje kancinci.
Yeah, no, I think we can take a breather.
Okay. Masithathe nje ibreather mfethu. Sidlala ingoma and then sibuyele back kuwe. It's very important indobana sisenga all we can out of you so that sikwazi ukuthi sifundise abanye abantu. Yeah man, sisahleli no Bulelani Ngidi, uBlesh aka Blesh. Umjida is the current whale crier yase Hermanus. So if ke uyazi by Hermanus indawo it's in the Western Cape in the Overberg. So umjida ke besisathetha ngelanduka ngale position of whale crier ukuthi you know what does it entail and things like that, and he was also giving us information eninzi nje to do with the whales ukuthi we just found out ukuthi they breathe funeka zimane ziphefumula every 30 minutes, so they go underwater but every 30 minutes funeka zithi ziphefumule zothi ziblowe ilanduka ziblowe amanzi. Blesh, coming to indaba ye-whale festival. Khange sibe ne-whale festival for 2 years due to COVID 2020 and 2021. Nothing happened.
Yeah.
Now ke ku 2022 something happened and ubukhona. So ungathi what was the turnout ibinjani for wena this time around event?
Previously, like before ndiqala uspana like kwa tourism, beningekho that involved with World Festival or mandithi zanda experience before like the way and the experiencing ngayo this time around was before bendizigqithela nje town or I'd be in town just because wonke umuntu se town. So this year ndingathi the first day on Friday it wasn't busy at all.
Is it?
It wasn't at all. On Friday there was lots of whales to see but no people.
Because I think most year to say plan for Saturday because it's a Spani, some of us baseskolweni Spani, so Saturday is like okay, that's when you've got, you know,
and you have to consider the weather on Friday. That Friday a bit gloomy man weather.
So but there were lots of whales to see.
There was like almost 20 like exane alone. I lost count that day.
Jeez.
I lost count.
I'm sure your phone is full of pictures, there's whales and videos.
It used to.
Okay.
It used to.
Till you got used to it.
Yeah.
All right. Dukhawule use ikhona point ubufuna uya kuyo.
So on Saturday, that's the busiest I've ever seen it down like in my entire life. That's the busiest I've seen it down. Begu packed.
There was also a convoy of some nice cars.
Sports
cars.
Yeah. When they did the parade with the cars with guitars in swim streets, it was actually nice. Like ubona it like, and apparently they're from around Upper, like in the overstrand, if I may say.
I missed out on that part because I can attest what you're saying because I'm not bendiko nagdevik peleo, but I got there like around 12ish. So bengeko bekan beko exane, but it was really packed. I never seen town that full before. And now I used to like frequent the whale festivals. You know, I used to attend. But also attend I was you don't really know what the hype is about.
To be honest, sebancinci ibila weyoba as kids ndiyaziyela.
Exactly.
Just because abantu bapha
nifike niqwebe pha cause anamali kuthenga into ezimnandi but an afford. Then you just decide, listen, I let me just go home now and dizile. I came, I saw, now I'm going back home. You know, it's different when you're much older. You've got a budget.
Yeah.
And of course, let's be honest, imali iyamenza umehluko, you know.
Yes,
So it makes the whole experience worthwhile.
I mean, xa uyisebenzele uyayifila nalanto yoba mandizispoile manje.
Exactly. So, yeah.
Wow. Yeah, man. And I think angabo in the afternoon, and I had to go meet Bulelani Blesh. So, hey, parking was a problem.
I wanted to say that because Nati class figure we had to drive around. Like I think one of the happiest moments was when we found underground parking. Pechekasi, you know, some way, somehow, parking that day.
Jeez, le mall ngase office in the tourism office. Jeez. Wow.
That day kubethe u9 kungekho parking anywhere down.
9 p.m.
9 p.m.
9 a.m.
9 p.m.
9 a.m. Exeni, there was no parking.
Meaning
you mean the following day?
Not the following day, on Saturday.
Meaning
Saturday
that
morning.
It was already full.
It was already packed on 9 exeni.
Oh, wow, that's wild.
And then what did Abanyabantu have to do again in terms of parking?
You just hope that someone gets tired of they've seen enough and then decide to drive off. Jeez. And then you fill the spots.
Wow. Hopefully there wasn't as a since says movie, you figure there's people fighting over parking.
Yeah. Highlight nje because we know ukuthi abantu ababukelayo ilanding podcast yethu ngoku is not just abantu abalocal. So just highlight nje ukuthi what else in terms of the activities that abantu, you know, got to engage in during Ilanding Festival, just to give you an idea kumuntu who didn't go, and someone actually who can look forward to next year.
There was a lot of activities for abantwana. Even though like I cannot recall what the games were, but there was a lot of Ilenduza jumping castles. As one is noticing, there was the Ilenduza. There was the peril of the DJs. At Gearing's Point, it was actually combined with the Ipia Fest. So the local breweries, Hermanus Brewery, Old Harbour, Folk and Gold, they were all parked Landawi one where the peril of the DJs is happening, selling out their own alcohol over there. It was actually a nice experience.
Okay. And was the music cool? Because sometimes the city, you know, it's called DJs of months again.
Umculo subjective, to be honest. Umculo subjective.
Okay.
There were people who enjoyed umculo upha. I mean, Nati probably when abanye bethu enjoyed umculo, there were people who was like,
So ngati the festival itself, ilanduka, dingathi family friendly. Because if unabandwana, they will be accommodated.
Yeah, Ilenduze festival as a whole, like, family friendly and inclusive, like, regardless of ungumxhosa or ulibhulu or whatever, like, race you are, like, bebezama accommodate wonke umuntu. So obviously there will be some moments uqonde okay, izingoma zika cross over to Tina.
Nice. So to accommodate wonke umuntu.
Yeah, I think I also have to comment back kwela cala lo music. Now I was surprised to hear DJ Dlala Osete and all these new songs.
So they had KO up in there.
Yeah, they did. They had a really nice lineup, Shame of Music. Maybe I got there. Get away. Yeah, I got there at the right time. But yeah, like some of the activities that I also saw that were also taking place is these three, I think it was four or five guys that were doing gymnastics.
Yeah.
That was really
also
interesting.
Amachita besenza gymnastics. Machita feet is Gora. Not a pesgwe up in I'm like, yo.
Wow.
Nah.
Okay. To save it for funding, because we load shedding, so we back up power. I think must cover again anything mhlambe ezawushiyekela, you're always welcome ukuthi uphinde ubuye siphinde sithethe ngezinye izinto. I'm sure any question ekhoyo on people's minds into bana so ijob uyifumana njani, like ndingangena njani xa ndifuna uba i-whale crier? So for wena you know, was it a luck thing okanye you know ungene ngeerhontshi ezithile? Yeah, just usinika nje i-summary nje idea ukuthi how.
For him now, I feel like it was more of a luck thing.
Oh, a blessing, that's what you mean. Yeah,
it's a blessing. It's a blessing, to be honest. Like as a span like as advertiser, ngathi post yam I post uzoyifumana advertiser every single year. Yebo. People who take on this job bayahlala iminyaka 3 years, 5 years. I know that Wilson Salgazana had 8 years under his belt. As a span.
Jeez.
Neighbor.
Yeah.
So I saw span as advertiser oko. But for him now it was during COVID in this Kangelela Hispani.
Yeah, during COVID. So ufumene Spanish during COVID.
During COVID.
Yeah. Wow.
But it was a struggle. It was after unyaka and a half, like okonkoza door to door.
So khange uhlale phansi, you were looking. Okay.
So I got word that elenduzeni tourism at the tourism bureau, they were gonna start ilenduza a coffee shop. Babefuna ilenduza a barista, someone who's inexperienced, trainer from ezansi. I think it was probably initiative ye COVID, just to give abantu abangena experience ne skill.
Yeah, so as young people say dinga, we need the experience.
That was my introduction to ilenduza tourism.
Yeah,
I got there as this guy also applier for ilenduza this thing ye barista evelayo. And when ilenduza, when that idea
fell away,
into yenzeka is that the manager at the time actually took a liking to mna, and wazuthi there's other postman on who's applyela like kwamaspala and nalapha kwa tourism ikhona ipost will cry available. So she actually helped me out with applyela for ezo job post. Went for an interview for ilenduza le post will crier, and there was actually 2 of us who were applying for Esispan.
Okay. Same age?
Not necessarily the same age.
Okay.
The other guy was approaching his 30s zake. And I'm in my early 20s, 22 to be exact.
Finally, now we know.
No, I always you man be shy man.
No, it's all good. I'm just pulling your leg. Yeah.
So there was 2 of us abafune Span, and they actually decided that they like us both. Instead of like the previous years having Iwel Crier A1, they'd like to have Iwel Crier as A2.
Oh. Kubeko no deputy or something, or
but then
same position.
But then with ilenduza I budget kamaspala, that was impossible. They only had 1 contract for Iwel Crier.
Hey.
So still, because they wanted me to be part of Itimiabo, they organized ilenduza they actually showed me this other learnership Gawesa for tourism guiding. USA is big organization up in South Africa.
Okay.
Malay Wildlife and Environmental Society of South Africa. They were very big. Kaleni Lenduza, Kruger National Park, and other projects as the environmentally related. So Banelenduza, Banale tourism guiding learnership yabo, under the Batindoni TBF tourism blue flag. So banalo tourism guiding learnership yabo. I applied for Yona after I was made aware by Lenduza tourism. Applied for Yona, did the interview, and I was lucky to be to be considered for the learnership. Daitata nam, then they chose Lenduza Hermanus tourism as my designated host for ilenduza sengathi practicals, because we would go away for ilenduza ukuyobhala and all of that, then siphinde sibuye sisipane kwezo ndawo bekwe kuzo. There was people ababekwe elenduzeni tourism bureau, there was people a museum, zonke nje ezindawo establishments tourism related. There were some people kwi hotels. So mna ndendayobekwa kule nto za kwa tourism. So when I got to kwa tourism, since they know me already, uba ben apply this post the well crier, they assigned me to work closely with the well crier. We had an agreement that whenever the well crier, the appointed well crier is off, then outstanding as well crier instead of kungabiko well crier when the well crier is off.
I see.
So that was the arrangement. I was doing a tourism guiding leadership, but then as inyanga zivaya, the guy was the well crier wa resigner. So when he resigned, they decided ba akekho omnye umuntu or suitable for the job. I was the next person in line, and took the job. It's been what now? I've been well crier since last year August.
Jeez. Shout out
So it's over a year.
Shout out to abantu ne. Most of the time of Manseke they are not even race yethu. Abantu who look at young people and see potential and say,
Oh
you know
yeah,
what?
yeah. Shout out to Ziyakhipha6to8. Sorry for not mentioning her name.
Yeah.
Shout out to Ziyakhipha6to8. She was the manager at tourism at the time.
Shout out to abantu who look at abantu aba young and say, okay, fine, now I experience, but ikhona into endibona apha kuwe and I'm going to take a risk with you. And also shout out to those young people who make sure, but in return, they make abantu proud by working hard and making sure, ukuthi, you know, they keep within ilanduki agreement. So I'm saying kuwe ba for the fact that ukwazile ukuthi, you know, do ispan sakho kahle to a point where they said, oh, okay, then get in, because when lo omnye evaya, they could have gotten omnye umuntu. So they looked at you and they were like, all right, cool, come in. And I'm sure it's because of what you demonstrated, Kubo.
Yeah. Also, before we run out of time, I just wanted to know about, do you have any other personal interests besides being a whale crier?
Ah man. Other personal interests, zininzi. I like everything art.
Yeah.
So right now, like the main medium of art and the focused guyo, it is umculo.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily make songs ngoku, but I used to. Back in the days, I used to visit his studio Sake a lot. As a kid, like I was probably like 12 years old or 13, around the low age.
We've got a clip on YouTube. Yeah, we'll see about it.
Yeah.
So you still making beats?
Yeah. I mean, I started out as a rapper. Like at the time, wonkumdu wa rapper. So I started out as a rapper, but the more I spent time in studio, I actually like got interested with production side of things. Like as utati busy as recorder pa mnan busy ndachonga, oh sponsor FL keys. I'm actually gonna use that when I'm making a picture the next time. But at the time I had no equipment, so yeah, pale a low interest because I started focusing more on it disky.
Okay.
That's one other thing, like ending wholeheartedly.
Would you say you're good at it?
I would say I'm good at it.
Wow.
I would say I'm good at it.
Okay.
But it's just that I never took it serious enough until I got to varsity. And when I got to varsity, it was actually hard for me to catch up with abantu who are already semi-pro level.
Okay.
And they already have Ilenduza agents and all of that. They could easily get into clubs. They already had Ilenduza CV grand basically because they went to all of these good academies. Whereas Mnanzo to udlala. Then I name some local team abangayaziyo.
I feel like I've got so much insight on his life, and it obviously then I would have to state, but why do I know so much? Because
well, it's cool. I'll call the CV.
Yeah, the world car so happens to be my nephew. By tradition. Kanditi cousin yam because we're so close in age. Like Spanzulingana, so it's awkward for Bama and apa kum yabo.
Yeah.
So
but
yeah.
It's an African way, you know.
It's an African way. So he's my nephew. So I've known him since since he was born basically.
Yeah.
And I think I can attest to the fact that he's really good at soccer. And I think even to the point where he was doing it in varsity,
Second year I actually made first team.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to point out. He's
Yeah,
just that good. Hey, we're getting to the juicy bits. Yeah, and we was telling a bit more about your first team. Like
Yeah, second year I actually managed to make it to the first team, the Seskela UWC. And even though I did not get much playing time, but I was one of the youngest like to make the team Lanyaga. And I think I only missed out on the first 2 games. Then I played 1 game. As in games I made the 18-man squad, so I got to travel with the team. And on another tournament, which is in the Varsity Cup, USAS, which is the qualifications to Varsity Cup for the following year, then that's when I got to actually play more. I think I played all of the games in Kuleo tournament.
Wow. Hey, man.
Yeah,
Hey. At your age, man, you're already achieving into Zingaka. Wow.
But I wish I could have done more. But life.
But you still have
you still have time. You will.
Yeah, you still have time. And I think you are best positioned because so far you've had the taste of Indo is different.
Yeah.
We are born. So I'm sure again, Goku, as you move going forward, you'll be able to make I think better decisions now because you understand a few things so far. Yeah, but at an early age, I think that'll work a quick advantage.
Yeah, but also before we end whatever, you've got a page on Instagram, cooking 365.
_365.
Yeah,
that's my page. So I mainly use social media to drive Vilenduza e-traffic to my BeatStars page. I have a page called BeatStars. BeatStars is a platform that allows e-producers or beat makers to sell their beats. And yonke way yenzeke in a more professional way kubekho contracts yabo. And nelenduza ne beats, stems, everything deliverisheke to artist easily. Ngabikho la back and forth we emails bafuneke umuntu mhlawumbe useAmerica andibambe ku Instagram ayibonike access to files because we Jimmy unalondo you have to give access to files whoever you share with funeke umnike permission obazviwishe.
Also,
so
they're like the middleman.
Once that problem, like he's sending his emails a drive, and then like I'm used to you just go to a link and then you access. So it's now I can't access, but I'm getting it from the person that's sharing.
And you have to consider 8 time zones. Ufumanisa ba umuntu ngapha kule luza kulo ulele mnam up.
You're awake.
Crazy, yeah.
Yena
xa ivukileyo ufuna urecorder, he wants access to the files. Ayifumani access because I have to give him access.
And email ngene ebusuku ulele.
Mna ndilele that time
2 a.m. or 12 or whatever, yeah.
So for him now BeatStars is more convenient because contracts zakhe they easy to follow. Ilenduza a product, it gets delivered to a buyer instantly. So I use the social media to drive traffic to low lenduza low side to BeatStars.
Okay. This is valuable information for anyone or Glomkaka. And hopefully when we will put the video up for YouTube, we can also have a couple of your beats like playing because I think his beats are really, really dope. I'm not just saying that.
If he allows us, we can just give a snippet.
Yeah.
A snippet of 1 or 2.
Then I'll have to cook up some beats because I recently lost everything. Yeah. I think it was the day before yesterday.
That's
How?
insane.
My laptop didn't want to load the Windows.
No. So you keep everything.
But if you say cumulate that folder, enabo chilled.
Yeah. I actually came to his studio, Tony, one time. I left
still
them
there. I still have the whole
bunch
folder.
of beats.
Hey.
There's a piano. There was like a bit of a piano.
From how
Still
old?
have the whole
From how
folder.
long ago?
Yo, that was
I was
like,
there
I was being such a
last
good
year.
tools that time. They couldn't in before I moved to Dubai. So it's over here now.
Okay.
No.
Jeez.
Look at technology saving the day.
Yeah.
But
And
But
I
for
still
you,
have
like-
songs as a folder.
So what have you learned with clear loss? Because you're not the only one who's been losing stuff. I've been losing stuff, beats and you know, hard drives and stuff. So what have you learned? You know,
you must always have your backups. You must always back up your stuff. Back up your stuff always.
Because now, if you had sent an email to a client and now they want stamps, and this had happened to you while they waiting for Ezo's stamps, now, one, you are unprofessional.
And it's not that ezinye beats like anozifumana or ndingazifumana. The only thing endiyikhalilayo is projects.
Because the more you learn like how you mix your beats and stuff, you start to even feel like the old work like it could be improved.
Bruh, like if projects for him nazizo no proving us about okay, this is actually my work. Whereas it's easy for people to say, he just stamped in tech kilo one. Let BT we touch YouTube or some place.
Because also I experienced something with this other artist the other day, ne? This guy Utiena Utana la beat because and speaking from a perspective the artist, ne? I'm telling him about Mina as a producer, I still feel like this beat it need some work to it, in terms of like a movie sound, but when you're listening to like hip bass, everything, how everything is aligning, I'm like, I'm still not satisfied as a producer. So hey, now it takes it personally. Now I'm trying to take the beat away from him. And it's a young part that feeling, at this point I say deserve because he's not listening at what I'm saying. When he's saying it's good for when, but if we go ahead to record this release of this song, they only look at ingoma, but it's many industries as think of it even say with TV. Kuko motion pili the video guys who are just watching, but what are the angles good video? Kuko that we're listening at what is the 808 saying? Is it on key? Is it off? Kuko hip hop heads. Your buzz is weak.
Exactly.
So you're not helping a side artist, but so I think those are other challenges as well.
How did he know about the beat?
No, the beat was playing a studio. So
see.
now I tell you, for you it might sound good, but for now, this is not the quality I want. That's a beat from Tony. And then I saw, the more you are passionate with beats, with side their beats, and then who around the artist like Ezala as well, they're not really polished.
Has he paid?
You go through his into.
That's another thing.
I want to sketch it now. I'm going to business over.
Okay.
There are some beats which even though we take it makes you think, even if when I charge 500, it's going as new piece that I will not put in that for other because I feel like it's not even worth now 500.
Yeah.
So Autiam, thanks for coming through. I just want to know again now that we are wrapping up. Ukuthi mhlamba amazwi akho okugqibela. Do you have any last words?
I don't know what direction to take with this, but ngingathanda ukuthi as the local people like masisipheni ixesha man sizama experience indawo yethu. Sizama utourisha sibe zi-tourist apha Hermanus ngosingabalapha like get ourselves familiar with the indawo lesihlala kuyo because whenever like ndikwi Cliff Path or any other tourism related function you'll find that most abantu who are there ngabantu engengoba balapha and thina etown nje siyela ukwenza i-errands zethu after that we are out of there.
Okay.
Like masisipheni ixesha experience and not everything is expensive, trust me. I came to realize low way ukuspana kwa tourism, not everything is expensive.
Okay. I just want to ask you this question now that you're mentioning that important aspect. Difuna uqonda let's say ndiplomekasi and I don't know where to go to check ukuthi mhlambi zeziphi activities that I can do. Maybe it's me and my partner or I want to take a family. I just want to get to ilanduki activities. Kamnandi sikhona ku social media, sikhona ku internet. Is there a place mhlambi where you can recommend? Okay na iyanendaweni ethile. Check that out.
You can check out the site ka wellcoast.co.za.
Okay.
Uzofumana apho a list of activities. It's basically like your information oyifunayo about Hermanus like accommodations, ilenduza activities, everything.
Wellcoast.co.za.
Yeah, I hope I said it right, but search as Well Coast.
Okay.
Izovela or if I'm Well Coast to search Hermanus tourism, they have the same content.
Okay. and abantu abafuna ukulandela ukhona ku social media obvious.
Hey, abantu abafuna ukulandela banganifumana at cooking without the G at the end.
Okay.
cooking_365.
Okay.
Yafumaneka on all socials. If ufuna uthenga beats unitache.
Awe. Bulelani Ngidi aka Blesh.
And
thanks.
one last thing. I'd like to say, please man, as an artist you must invest in craft yethu. La mali oyispendayo ku beats and charge just because I want to make money. Obviously I deserve ukwenza imali ngecraft yami. Charger la mali iya kwi sounds. With la mali I purchase sounds ezintsha. With la mali xa kumoshakele equipment yami, I repair equipment yami with la mali. So the most pamper in imali kule way, the more ilenduza ikhula. So maseke nibana la way yoba kodwa brands ukwenza imali nje ngale ngoma. That doesn't mean much. Uzoqala ukwenza imali the more ufake imali kule way.
Awe. It's a business at the end of the day.
It's a business at the end of the day.
Sure.
Sring abaya nabantu bonke who inspire. Start amandla ku interviews in pursuit of dreams and desires. Are you watching from Mekai?
Welcome.
Sisi kumaphupho wako wonke don't retire.
Nope.
Bude maphupeni wako wonke don't retire. Subscribe. Ziyakhipha6to8. Spetty content yakho is a date. Boza you relate. Subscribe. Ziyakhipha6to8. Spetty content yakho is a date. Boza you relate. Ulindebani. Subscribe.